Hey guys, what's going on? It's Julia. I know it's been months. My life has been going through ups and downs and crazies and loopies. Just like me. Let's see. What has happened in this past year? Ooh, I lost about 80 pounds. Woohoo! I am happy, I am healthier, and you know what? I am loving life. A lot of love life stuff went on. But right now, I have a stable, happy boyfriend who loves anime and video games like me. So, yay! His name is Frederick, and maybe one of these times I will record when I am with him. Maybe we'll be together at Matsuricon. That's where it's looking like it's going. So, maybe we will record and y'all will get to see me in one of my cosplays. Let's see. Big things. Video games. One of my last videos was actually about up-and-coming video games that I was looking forward to. I stopped recording for a long time because the only decent camera I had was my webcam. My phone camera sucked. But at this point in time, I have as you can see, much better quality camera, because I got the Samsung Galaxy 4, Note 4, rather. Yay. Yeah, Galaxy was what I used to have. But I have the Note, and yeah, I absolutely adore it. It is a really, really excellent, big phone. But I enjoy how large it is. So, anyways, back to video games. Let's see. Murdered. I did not cover that in my, not really review, but my up-and-coming video games list. Now, that, I think, was a huge error on my part, because it was one of those games that it really didn't get a lot of traction, which made it so I could buy it for $30 brand new. Granted, it is a short game, but everything that Squeenix does well is in this game. You have a unique atmosphere. It can go from dark and playful to dark and downright terrifying. The game has moments where it is quite easy, and then, I mean, it turns around and it becomes quite difficult near the end, which I like, because it makes it so it feels like there's more weight to your decisions. Yeah, everything is really, really atmospheric, and the voice acting is excellent. It is a 9 out of 10 for me. Only grievance being I wish it was a little bit longer. Also, it's difficult to find and unlock everything. You really have to look around, and if you manage to, finding the side stories, definitely worth it, because that adds so much more to the world around you. It really does. Also, you feel like you're really helping out. Let's see. Destiny. Yeah, I was a little skeptical on Destiny because, as y'all know, I'm not really a guns blazing kind of girl. Well, usually. I will admit I've dabbled in Halo, I've dabbled in Modern Warfare, I've dabbled in everything. But I found generally story-based games are my favorite. Destiny is a rare exception. I do enjoy the gameplay, though it is murder. And, you know, especially since I'm recording with my boyfriend, it makes it so much easier. I don't know if I mentioned this, but hopefully I will be recording a huge, 30-minute or an hour episode with him of just day in the life of me, I guess. for Matsuri, and I'm looking forward to that because we're going to be going there together. With any luck, anyways. So anyways, about Destiny. The game itself was really fun. Very challenging and intense. The only issue with it I have is that it always feels like it's incomplete. And then, I mean, they're releasing DLC for it, and it's like, well, we already know that DLC was in the game files, so really, you cut off part of the game just to sell it to us later, which I think is a big ripoff. That's just my opinion. So, do I enjoy playing it though? Yes. I wish they would fix some of the things like party group systems and things like that, but overall, excellent game. I would give it an 8 out of 10, simply because it feels incomplete. But graphics and atmosphere and everything like that, spot on. And also, monsters are challenging, but not unobtainable as far as as long as you are in your right leveling area and you're fighting the right level of monster, you can pretty much beat it, no matter what. So, a free-to-play, which ends up being not so free when you really, really want things. Warframe. Warframe is an interesting game, which you can either play on PC or you can play on your PS3. Or, not PS3, but PS4, rather. Warframe, what's interesting about it is that it is fast-paced. You have so many different kinds of levels, so many different kinds of missions, and you will unlock every character type you can if you just stick with it. Not a lot of female gamers play it, but yeah, you could definitely find interesting people to play with. A lot of people are open for chats, which, if that's your thing, awesome. And it's a really immersive world where you really want to complete your goal and keep moving on and exploring further and further into the galaxy. Not to mention, graphics-wise, it is quite gorgeous. Let's see. Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh my god, I am in love with this game. I can't even believe to explain how much I love this game. It is just simply amazing, and if you haven't played it, play it, because trust me, even if you haven't played in the other Dragon Age games, it is worth playing. Trust me, it is worth it. It is immersive, it has lots of action, the cutscenes are gorgeous, the voice acting is excellent. I mean, I was moved to tears in one of the cutscenes. And the relationships that you can build in this game, they build like a real freaking relationship. Well, as close as you can to simulating one. You have fights, nothing's ever good. You can't be in love with everyone, which I love. Because in the first Dragon Age game, while I absolutely loved that you could be with pretty much everybody as long as they were, well, attracted to your gender. At the same time, it was frustrating that I could be with anyone, no matter what. The only exceptions for men that I can think of were you couldn't be with, well, Shell actually was a woman. Spoiler, years later. Shell was a woman, so that really doesn't count, and she also was a golem, so that's besides the point. And then you couldn't be with Sven. Yeah. Sven? It's been too long. Anyways, yeah, you couldn't be with him. Which, I mean, he was Kunari and wasn't interested. So, no biggie there. But yeah, it made it so that in this game you have plenty of love options. Most of them, I found quite a few of them are bisexual. So you can really choose back and forth. My first playthrough, I went for Iron Bull, and oh my god, if you are into BDSM or anything a little bit kinkier, he's your pick. It's definitely an interesting romance take. Especially considering he is the only one where you have absolutely no control in that relationship. Well, you do, but you don't at the same time. But you don't for a reason. You're giving up control. As for having a relationship with someone like Sarah, she was my second playthrough. Sarah was definitely an interesting one because you had to balance, everything with her personality. I mean, she is so free-spirited, but she has such a fear of the unknown, of magic in general. So she was an interesting one to balance with. I'm rocking back and forth in this chair. Sorry. And then Cullen was my last playthrough. Now, Cullen was absolutely, it is the closest to what it was like having a relationship with Alistair back in the first game. It is very romantic. It is a whirlwind of, he needs someone who is strong because he is having moments of weakness. And also, he is the only one in which you do not see yourself at all naked. So, there you go. Which relationship has been the most fun? It's a tie between Iron Bull and Sarah because they're both fun in different ways. And yes, I do multiple playthroughs when I go through a game like that because I want to experience it through different paths. When you play one race, your results and your outcomes and situations are going to be far different from another. I will say that human and warrior seems to be the path with the least amount of conflict. The only conflict that arises really is with the Kunari and the elves, but you don't encounter the Kunari often, so it doesn't really arise that often, and as for the elves, it's just with a bit of mistrust. So, there you go. It seems like Elven Mage has the most going against them. With Kunari, generally not too much going against them. So, yeah, there's that. So yeah, interesting game, loved it, 10 out of 10 for me. It was just that good, and I don't give 10 out of 10 easily. Final game I'm going to talk about is Infamous First Light. Now, I have been playing Infamous since the first game, and my god, what a way to wrap it up so far, and make us think that there's going to be more. It was fast-paced, interesting, and, it was short, and things were easy to unlock, but it was made that way intentionally, hoping that you would play more in the side missions and things like that. So the main story, yes, it is quite short. But it is an interesting story, and you want the protagonist to save her brother. You want things to turn out alright, but it seems like, even from the beginning, it seems like it's hopeless, but you hope that she does. Beautiful, beautiful gameplay. And, the colors, using neon like they did, the colors were gorgeous. And I liked the jumping quest where I like the jumping factor where essentially you are just trying to get these little balls of neon all over the freaking place, and it drives you crazy because some of them are made for different unlock points and they don't tell you, and it's insane and wonderful, and it is worth it. For length of game, I'm gonna dock some points. Also, the fact that it links with Second Son, but I find it doesn't link as well as it should. So I am gonna give it a 8 out of 10, because I really enjoyed playing it and I felt it was worth it, and the ending for the story really left a cliffhanger that was worth it. It's not truly a cliffhanger as in bad things, oh no, we don't know what's happening, but there's hope for something better on the horizon. So looking forward to see if they make another game. Really looking forward to that. Then you can hear my background going on my PS4. So you get a little music this time. Let's see. Yeah, so that was it on video games. Hopefully I'm going to be starting, I'm going to be making some cooking tutorials on some family recipes and some basics because, well, I want to record some of my family stuff and let y'all get to know my family a little bit. And yeah, just I'll put up what I can. Y'all will see what goes on in my life little by little, and you know, hopefully more recordings now that I have everything nice and spiffy. Yeah, so next time you'll see me, my hair will probably be a little bit different again, and yeah, we will see how this all goes. If everything uploads on YouTube correctly, then y'all will be getting videos on a fairly decent basis. So comment and tell me what y'all want me to talk about. Do you want me to talk about gaming more? Do you want me to talk about anime? Do you want me to talk about just Lolita stuff? What do y'all want me to talk about? Cosplay? I will talk about it with y'all. I will. Yeah, so miss y'all. Love you guys. Mwah. And peace out.